Okay, y'all, I'm back. All right, so now let me tell y'all about date number 2. Okay, this guy. Okay, I didn't meet this guy in a bar or nothing, right? Guys hit on me all the time, and I actually get tired of it because I'm trying to get myself together, and really I just want to concentrate on God. So it just happens, and sometimes some of them stand out more than others. So this guy was at Dollar General, right? Okay, because the devil is clever. If he knows that you're catching on and you don't want to meet guys at the bar anymore, he keeps trying all day. He does not go to sleep. Okay, he keeps trying all day, and if you defeat him, it's a great feeling. But he'll be back. Okay, and it's gonna be like that until you die. Okay, I'm telling you. All right, and it's kind of annoying, right? But this time it was kind of funny, right? Because I could see him. Right? Now let me tell you. Okay, I was in Dollar General, right? And this dude came up to the register with a pack of razors. And he asked me to pay for the razors, right? And I was like, okay, he had all these jewels on. That's another sign of the devil. Okay, let me tell y'all. When somebody has on a lot of jewelry, okay, that could be the devil. Okay, because the devil he wants to be he was once covered in jewels, and he wants to be that way again. So he wears jewelry. Okay, he wears jewelry. Okay, lots of jewelry. All right. He had diamonds on his face, right? So if a dude coming to you, he got chains packed up to here, there's a very strong possibility that's the devil or someone possessed by the devil. That's why a lot of rappers and stuff wear a lot of chains and stuff, because they're possessed by the devil, and the devil wants to put those chains on to make them seem more attractive. Because if you take the chains off, the person is not that attractive anymore, not as attractive as they are if you put the chains on them and the jewelry and stuff, right? So he had on a bunch of chains, bunch of jewelry, right? And I was like, okay, I'm gonna pay for the razors. This seems like a nice guy. He has a lot of jewelry on, but maybe he just likes jewelry. I don't know. We'll see, right? Nope. Nope. Cause see, like I said, this was after I made the last video that I went on a date with this guy. Okay, I met this guy before I made that video. Okay, but I went on a date with him after I made that video, right? I had been talking to him on the phone and stuff, and he just seemed like a nice guy. But when we went on our date, it was the devil, and he was upset, right? And y'all should have seen him. It was so funny. He was upset that I made this video. Okay, and I know this sounds crazy, but it's true. Okay, because I was talking about how I was looking for an apartment, and he was like, oh yeah, well, I got a house over here, and I got a house over there, and I got a house over there, right? Just trying to talk about how rich he was and stuff, and all this money and all this crap that doesn't matter to me, right? So I was like, I said something about money. I forgot what I said. I said something about how much it was gonna cost or something like that, and then he was like, oh yeah, I got money. I got a lot of money. And he pulled out all these hundreds and started counting them. And he was like, I just let my cousin borrow $5,000. Just trying to make me go, ooh, you know what I'm saying? But I just looked at it like, that's your money. Okay, I'm sitting over here talking about how I need some money for my apartment, right? So we went out to eat at this restaurant, okay? And really, really, that meal was God feeding me. Okay, because that day, that was the day that I just let go. Okay, that was the day I denounced evil, and I was like, I'm not going back to my job. Okay, because that's darkness. I'm not doing that. I don't care where my next meal is coming from. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where I'm gonna live, but I know I'm not going back to that place, right? So he called me, and he was like, hey man, you want to go out? And this is pretty much how the date went, right? Okay, and I felt like him calling me to ask me, do I want to go on a date, was the devil saying, hey, I'm going to try to bring you back, but when I went on the date, I was too strong. You know what I'm saying? But of course I was going to eat, because I was hungry that day. Right? And really, to tell you the truth, ever since I let go of my job, God has taken care of me. He has taken care of me. Okay, you cannot tell. You can't tell. You cannot tell that I don't have a home. Okay, you cannot tell, that I'm in between jobs. Okay, he's blessed me with another job. Okay, so he's blessed me. The first day I did it, he blessed me with 2 meals. Okay, so one when I went to apply for the other job, and one when I went on this crazy date right here, right? So we went to a Mexican restaurant, and it was like I was talking to the same demon. You know what I'm saying? Cause he started to pressure me. You know what I'm saying? He was like, "Oh, I got this girl. She want me to come see her tonight," and I was like, "Why you not going to see her?" You know what I mean? Like, we're on a date. Why are you telling me that you got some girl that want to come see you? Strike one. You know what I'm saying? That's how you gotta do them demons. As soon as they open their mouth and say something that is not of God, strike. Okay. So you up here talking about some girl that is coming to see you. You know what I'm saying? Then he was like, when we got in the car, you know what I'm saying? Because we were going downtown to walk by the river. Because he just did not want to take me where I needed to go. He was like, won't you get a hotel room? You shouldn't be sleeping there. You shouldn't be going over there to the gym. You need to go get a hotel room. Blah, 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 blah. I'll pay for it for you. And I was like, nope. Nah, that's all right. I don't need no hotel. Nah, I'm good. God got me. Okay? So, anyway, on the way down to the river, he told me that he was a rapper, right? And I was like, oh, for real? He was like, yeah, I'll be rapping all over the city. He was like, you want to hear some of my music? Y'all, when he put that CD on, okay, it was just all this crazy. Now, worldwise, it was good worldwise for the worldly world that it is. The music, you know what I'm trying to say. It was, the world would like it. Okay, but I don't like it. I didn't like it. And then on top of that, in some of his songs, you can hear him say, yeah, I'm a beast and I got my third eye and all this stuff. And then one song he was like, oh, it's like Lucifer, I'm out here like a lion. I was like, I was like, he giving himself away now. You come on, devil. You know what I'm saying? Like you giving yourself away now. I'm tired of you. There's nothing you can do to make me come back to you. You know what I'm saying? This date is pretty much over. We're just going down to the river because I want to see the river. You know what I'm saying? But I know it's you. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta understand, the devil is still under the control of God. Okay? He's restricted. He really is. Okay? He is the enemy of humanity. Okay? But he is God's creature. All right, so all this crazy stuff that he's doing, that he thinks that he thinks, it's kind of hard to explain. All this crazy stuff that he's doing can still be used for the will of God. Okay, even his fall can be used for the will of God. Okay, because all this stuff that he's doing is a way to test the souls. All right, and see what kind of soul you are. Okay, so. Anyway, we went downtown, and it was just really easy for me to get rid of him, and get him to take me back to where I was, because he was frustrated. And it was like a date with the devil. He was just frustrated because I didn't fall for his music. I didn't fall for his money. I didn't fall for none of his offers. I really denounced him, and I don't want nothing else to do with him. Right? So it's like this. I don't know what man God has for me. But to tell you the truth, I'm not even looking for that. I'm so in love with God, because God has carried me, okay? And the desires that I have in my heart, this is what God told me, okay? The desires that you have in your heart, okay? God put those desires there, all right? So if you have a desire to become... To have a wonderful career and have a big old house and to help others, as long as those desires are pure and good, then God is going to give it to you. Okay, he's like, okay, I can trust this soul. I can trust this soul with money. I can trust this soul. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to bless this soul. I'm telling you, keep watching my show. because there is so much that God has promised me. Okay, and he is so happy that I have denounced evil, and that the devil can't just walk up to me and say, hey, hey, hey. Okay, that's how he wants you to be. All right, so that he can bless you. Okay, so let's get these blessings, y'all. And I'm telling you, okay, I'm gonna keep y'all posted on everything that's going on. Right now, I have evacuated from Savannah, and I didn't even know how I was gonna do that. Okay, but God worked it out, and here I am in Augusta, safe and sound. Okay, safe and sound in Augusta. I prayed for my mom. She lives in Miami. Okay, I said a prayer, and the Hurricane Irma shifted to the west. Okay, away from her. Okay, then I have more family in Tampa. Hurricane Irma shifted and got weaker as it went to Tampa. Okay, so there's no need to worry about your family when you are praying, and when you have faith that God is going to do it, because he is, and he's there, and he's listening. And just like those evil works of demons, evil works of darkness are there, God is there, and he's stronger than all of them. Okay, and once you start to wise up and realize that this is a battle between good and evil, then God will bless you. All right, you it's like walking up a flight of stairs with a light off, and you don't know how he's gonna do it, but you know he's gonna do it. Okay, so that's how it is now, and y'all just follow me and watch these blessings. Okay, because I'm done. I'm so done. I'm so done with the devil. The only thing I want to do is fight against him and expose all his demons. And that's what this channel is about. It's about exposing the enemy and helping others realize that there is a real enemy. And I'm serious. I'm so serious. I've seen him. I've heard him. You know, I'm going to tell y'all real quick before I go about the first time I heard demons talk. Okay? The first time I heard demons talk, I was in Tampa. Okay? And I was so alone because I just came home to my mom. Okay, because I was doing some stripping or whatever in Myrtle Beach, and Michael Jackson died. And I started to research how he died. And for some reason it just made me so sad because Michael Jackson made me his Jackson 5 album used to make me happy when I was a child. You know what I'm saying? So when he died, it really hit me. Like when he got older, I used to make fun of him and say he was a pedophile and all this stuff. But let me tell you something. Them people would tell you anything about them celebrities when those celebrities are trying to get from under their control. When really they're all pedophiles. They're all that's another story. But when Michael Jackson died, I started to research his death. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, I feel like if God wants to wake you up, if he sees you doing something or looking for any kind of truth, he will reach out to you. Like God can speak to you through a YouTube channel. Okay? He can speak to you through a telephone. He can speak to you through a person. He can speak to you through the same way these demons can talk to you. Okay? All right? Ain't that right? Ain't that right? See that dog right there? If God wanted to, he can make that dog talk. Ain't that right? Ain't that right, Malachi? Okay, so anyway, I felt so alone because at this time I had discovered that there was reptilians on the earth. Okay, and I was just so low. Okay, because I was in Myrtle Beach and I had all this stuff. I had an apartment, I had a car, I was making all this money, and I just let all that stuff go and went home to my mom. Right? And it was like I was going crazy. I was trying to tell my family, and everybody was like, what's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? But I'm glad that time is over now. I'm glad that everything's coming to the light now. Okay, so this video is getting a little too long, but I'm gonna try anyway. So anyway, I got off the bus one day and I was going to the library, right? And you know, when you get down to Florida, you meet different kind of people, right? So now that I look back, I know that this was the devil. All right, so I got off the bus, I went to the library, and while I'm in the aisle, this dude just swooped by, right? Some Puerto Rican dude, okay? And he was like, dying, mama. You're the sexiest thing I ever seen. Blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you, okay, look, come on, you know how it is with Puerto Ricans. Like, they're attractive or whatever, you know? And by that time, I had knew about tattoos, but you know, he just was so smooth with it that he kind of just made me forget about it. But I looked down and I seen a tattoo on his leg, and it said, it was a tattoo of Pan. Pan is a demon that's half goat, half human, and he plays a flute, and he gets children. He's like a child molester or something like that. Look him up. His name is Pan. Okay, Peter Pan is fashioned after Pan, the demon. Okay, so look it up. Anyway, he had a tattoo of Pan on him, and I was like, that's an interesting tattoo. And he was like, oh yeah, that's the god of love and blah blah blah, right? And he looked at me with, now that I look back, it was that stare. Okay, he was like, yeah, that's the god of love, but then mommy, let me get your number, blah blah blah. Make a long story short, okay, I started talking to him, dealing with him or whatever, and just forgetting about everything that God was trying to do, forgetting about reptilians and all that, you know what I'm saying? And this dude knew that I was forgetting about this stuff. Okay, and then one day he came over. You know, he had money, and you know, all that stuff was still glitter in my eyes. But he came over one day, right? And he was like, hey, let's go get some tattoos, right? And I never had a tattoo or anything like that before, so I was still freshly being woken up. But this was the devil trying to bring me back. Okay, so his brother was the one that did tattoos, right? So we went to his house, and he did a tattoo on my back, right? The tattoo is still there, and it's so stupid, and I hate it so much, okay? And it says Ralphie, right? But while I was getting the tattoo, right, we was all smoking marijuana, right? It was me, him, his brother, and his brother's girlfriend, right? And while I was getting the tattoo, they was all just laughing hysterically, like, like, now I look back, that was three, like, I was like, what's so funny? Like, are they just high or whatever? But it was demonic laughter while I was getting my tattoo, right? And it hurt so bad, and I hate it. It's dumb. I really hate it, right? So, anyway, when I was done with the tattoo, you know, he put a Band-Aid on my back, and then we all sat down, and then his brother said, look at this tattoo, right? And his voice kind of changed. And he was pointing at a tattoo, and a picture of a tattoo in a magazine that said drug free, right? And he was like, what does that say? Doesn't that say drug free? Right? And I was like, yeah. You know, sitting there high, and he was like, stupid, man. Stupid. And I was like, what in the world? Like, you know what I'm saying? But it was a demon calling me stupid because I was high. Okay, no lie. And you know, these stories, they get so crazy because I was alone with Ralphie. That was his name. And Ralphie is the name that's tattooed on my back. Okay, so I was alone with Ralphie smoking weed, and Ralphie was like, so you a Ralphie now, huh? Right? And I was like, what? He was like, you got a tattoo on. This is Ralphie speaking, and he's like, but it's a demon. Okay, because we're high. Right? And he was like, you a Ralphie now? And I was like, I guess I got your name tattooed on me. I guess I'm a Ralphie. He was like, I knew a guy named Ralphie once. I ate him. And I was like, what? I was like, shut up. And he started flicking his eyes, like flicking them like this. And I was like, will you stop being stupid? Right? And he was like, girl, I could tell you something that'll blow your mind away, right? And then I was like, I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear this right now. You're being stupid. So I just left the house. I walked all the way up the street to the bus stop, and he drove his car up to the bus stop and picked me up and told me he was just playing with me, right? But who plays like that? Like, how is that funny? You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna look at it for what it is. It was a demon, okay? And I know about these demons, and they're all over the place. Okay, but guess what? They're like little roaches to God's angels. And that's why you got to pray. Pray every day. Pray every chance you get. Find out what God wants you to do. Do some fasting. Read his word. Okay, look around on the earth and see all these animals dying and all these bodies of water turning red. And stop saying that God does not exist, because he does. He exists, the devil exists, angels exist, demons exist. And life is all about the battle between good and evil, love and hate. Okay? And you need to find love, because there's a lot of people looking for love in the wrong place. Okay? So, that's all I have to say on this episode of the Butterfly Show. And I will see y'all on the next episode, which is going to be coming up soon, because God is telling me to keep going, keep telling everything that happened to me. There's things that I don't want to talk about, but God is like, you need to dip into some of that too, because people need to hear it. Okay? So, here I am, telling y'all. Love y'all, babies. Bye.